Today we're taking another look at Shiba Inu, performing some technical analysis and making some predictions on where we could see the price go within the next few days, weeks and months. Let's take a look. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. We're taking once again another look at the price action that's gone on our channel. Favorite coin, Shiba Inu, SHIB Coin. We're going to perform our typical technical analysis and see what has happened over the past few days since we have not looked at the coin. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy the content and subscribe if you want to see more of it. We cover crypto, stocks, investing and wealth management. So if that interests you, make sure you hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications. And of course, I would love to know down in the comments section below if you are a SHIB coin holder. But without further ado, let's jump into CoinSpot and get straight into today's video. As always, guys, welcome into CoinSpot. If you're looking to buy SHIB or any other cryptocurrency, there is a link down in the description of this video where you can easily sign up, deposit money and start investing in crypto. But let's take a look at the Shiba Inu chart. And as you can see, we are still from our previous video consolidating. So our previous video we recorded at roughly this time here. That's when we were performing the analysis, and we saw that what had occurred was a flag pattern had formed. I'm just going to make this a bit thicker so we can see it. We had the pole of the flag form roughly about here, and then what we saw was a consolidation starting to occur, which was actually in this sort of style. I'm just going to grab that, and also I'm going to grab that as well. So you can see we were consolidating in that sort of a direction, and we had started to, move sideways. In fact, that's exactly what we're still doing, but given we've got more price data now, we can see exactly how far we're going to go. And what we have seen is actually a consolidation, and while you can't see it with the naked eye, as soon as you start putting in some lines, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you grab one, chuck it there, and you grab the other side, and what we always like to do is, hold on, let's find probably the bottom point, drag that through. Yeah, that's roughly where we're going from a price perspective. And as you can see, what is occurring is we didn't have a specific channel form. It is consolidating quite nicely. So we're seeing this going up and down quite a bit at the top, and then we're seeing it slow down a bit as the price starts to get tighter and it's wanting to break out. This is due to a reduction in the volatility of the price, typically as well a reduction in the volume. So let's just delete that line, and let's also just bring in some of our moving averages. Let me come in here and grab that. We'll chuck our usual two in first, a 20 and a 50. There's the 20. Let's grab the 50 and chuck a different color on it as well, so we can really identify which is which. So our long-term moving average is obviously the red line, which is a lot more stable, but what we have seen is unfortunately a cross below that longer term moving average right there, and that is what is known, as I mentioned previously, as a death cross. Because we're just seeing this on the hourly, typically that means we should not worry too much, but it does indicate that the price is now trending in a downwards direction, which is obviously clear from the flag that we had. But what we can see is it's consolidating. When we take it out to a daily perspective, it becomes a lot more transparent. But if we just zoom out a bit, get a bit of a better picture, we can see exactly what's going on. And I'm just going to add in as well the MACD. I'm clicking on random buttons, sorry. MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. And what we're seeing is something a bit different to what we're seeing on the chart. We're seeing that the sell-off is not as severe as it seems. Yes, we may have had this cross here where the short-term average went below the longer-term average, but we're not seeing too much going on. There's not much price action that we can see over the past 24 hours. And that indicates we are about to break out, and we're either going to break up or we're going to break down. I think we're going to break up, and here's why. If we zoom out, what we can see is obviously we were trending downwards from this point down to here. Then we started trending upwards and obviously broke upwards due to the positive news of Coinbase. But to me, as I mentioned in the last video, this looks like a cup and handle. So we've got the cup forming, and this flag pattern that we've seen is the handle. So we should be, in theory, going upwards, and that's what I'm really basing it on. You can see over here as well, there was a lot of buying up at this point. It's gone down and we're below now. It's evening out quite a bit and it's relaxing. So that's all right. Currently we're sitting at, in Australian dollars, 1041. We peaked up here at 13.15, and I think what we have at the moment is a solid point of support. Whereabouts? Let's have a look. I'm going to suggest our support point is roughly here, given the sheer volume of price action that has occurred. So I'd like to think that this line here, and actually as you can see we've almost basically bounced off it, is acting as our support. So as we start to get to the pointy end right here, we're going to see a break. Now I'm hoping, as I've mentioned, that is in an upwards direction, as we're currently resting on our support point. But worst case scenario, what would happen if this support point failed? Well, then we'd go to our last point of support, which we've seen at roughly down here, and it's probably about there. Quite a bit of price action's gone on there as well, and that's sitting back at roughly about 845-ish Australian, and that's sort of where I think we'd bounce off to. I don't think we're gonna keep going down the gutter though, unless of course the entire crypto market does not perform. That is the main focus. The crypto market needs to be performing for us to increase. If we do break up, as I've mentioned, I'm just going to get rid of this just so we've got a bit more room to see. Typically the way these sort of flag style patterns work is you'll then jump the same length as the flag was previously from wherever you break. And let's just say, for argument's sake, let's put this at the very end. Let's put it right down here. That means based off that, the price target is actually what you'd expect, the previous point of resistance. The previous point of resistance is all the way up here. So basically what we're targeting now is this point if we do break upwards, and that is roughly around 1380. So keep that number in the back of your head when you're looking at this chart. 1380 is what we are aiming for, and it looks like if we do break out of this flag pattern, we are going to hit it. And that wraps up the SHIB Coin analysis for today, guys. Not much has happened obviously since our last video, but we can see that there has been consistent consolidation of the price, and the volatility has dropped very significantly, as we can see from the MACD. But if you did enjoy today's technical analysis, remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more of this sort of content. As I mentioned, we cover crypto, stocks, investing, wealth management. So if that's something of interest to you, hit subscribe, turn on bell notifications, and let me know down in the comments section below if you are a SHIB coin holder. But with that, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.